So I've been dabbling in some KILLJOY gameplay, and let me say she's one of hell of a useful agent in the right hands with the right teammates. Now that I feel like I've understood how to play her in-game, I think it's about time to shower you with some knowledge of her setup so that you can easily get those kills too, because if we're all being honest, that grenade is gonna be nerfed. Like hard. Like boner hard. Like throbbing hard. ASMR channel down below. Click it. Anyway, if you found this video helpful, go ahead and give this video a like and comment down below what setup you think is most useful for her. And while you're down there, pleasure me by clicking that subscribe button because we're almost there to 700. Let's get this shit started. First, let's look at good placements for the turret for KILLJOY on the A side on the map split. Starting right here on this corner, right here at the rafters at the bottom, or at the top, right over here. Also, you can hide it at the corner right over here behind the box, or play it at the side at these three different angles. 90° right here on the choke point at A long, or on top of this box, or top of this box. You can even play it right here on long if you'd like, but not really. It's just easily opt, but that's an option too. And the last thing that you can do is actually play it right over here in the window right here, so that you can actually see if everybody pushes from heaven or pushes to site. Now let's talk about the alarm bots for the A site, starting at the choke point at A long, literally right up front, right over here, or if you want, at this corner or this corner right over here. Now if you're playing site and you want the alarm bot with you to cover your flank or your left or right side, place it right over here or right over here just before they enter this small choke point on the site. Also, if you're afraid that you're playing site and someone might push you, well, again, I guess just push it right here. The last thing is going to be at heaven just to help out your teammate, and it's going to be at that choke point on the top of the A ramp. It can be right over here, either on the corner or right over here. It watches A ramp and the tunnel or the ramp vents area mid. I don't know. Now the last thing we're going to look at are grenades for the A site, and these are pretty easy to determine. Again, at this corner right here, or at this corner right over here. Also on A side at default plant right over here, or this corner, or maybe even this corner. These are all default plants, easily used for if you want to deny any plants or pushes straight to site. Also, what you can do, since you want to play your Roomba or your alarm bot on site, if you do put your alarm bot here, of course place it right over here so that you can stop any pushes from heaven and take control of it. As KILLJOY on the A site or B site for that matter, I like to play on the actual site, so I'm actually not sitting on heaven right here or on heaven B site. So my favorite setup for the A site is going to be a turret right over here where they already have crossed, and then I'm going to put a turret right over here so that I know they're not pushing me from behind, and I put a trap right here. Now the last one that I'm going to put it at is either on this corner right here to stop a little bit of the push, or right over here. It just depends, right? If I'm hearing a lot of footsteps, I don't need my turret to be activated or triggered. I can just use these two grenades to slow that push. Now the idea is that since I'm playing site, I'm hoping that when they push, this is going to trigger, and the turret right here is going to trigger so that they're going to try and kill it. Whoever's pushing me here is going to be slowed, and I'm going to peek left and kill anybody trying to kill my turret. That is at least for the A site. That's going to give me at least 1 or 2 kills, and if I'm just hitting my shots, that might just be a triple or quadra kill, and their team up can clean whoever else is left. Now I tend to play KILLJOY more on the B sides first split, so these angles are pretty much way more useful when you're using her utilities, starting with the first one right over here, right on top of the box, or below it if you don't want it to be killed by anybody here, but I usually place it on top because anybody that's pushing from mid will also be seen by this turret, and of course you can see line of sight of garage exit. Also, you can put it just below if you want, right over here, or right across, right on top of the box right over here, or behind right over here. Last one that I usually put it on is right over here, and usually once this triggers, I know that they're crossing straight to me, and that means either I just peek it and try to get a kill as they try to kill that turret. Now your alarm bot should be focused on stopping fast pushes or denial of plant bomb for the B side, so I usually put it right here again, right in front of the choke point, or if you like in the corners right over here if they just don't destroy it ever. Also at this choke point right over here just before they cross, right over here, or once they peek you on sight right over here. The last place that I put it is either right here on heaven combined with a grenade, or of course if they ever try to push it from flank and you want to play this corner, I'm going to put it just right about here and it will trigger and I can peek as they're trying to shoot this grenade. Now if you know where the alarm bots I placed are placed at, that means you generally know where the grenades are going to go. Default plants right over here so that they don't easily see it. Also at this corner or this corner right over here. The left or right side, it doesn't really matter, right over here. And if you just want to play the default plans for all, put it right here by the box. Also the last thing, again, I tend to sometimes put it here if I just get rushed all the time and my heaven player just sucks. Right over here with the grenade bot, put it right here in this corner, or right in this corner, right over here. Again, try to use your grenade in unison with your alarm bot. It doesn't matter where you put it, but try to combine those two together. Now for the B side where I prefer to use Killjoy, I usually put the turret right here on top of this box right over here at this corner. And then I'm going to put an alarm bot right here just before they exit into the site. I'm going to put 2 traps right over here and another one right over here. Basically the idea is that once they push out right over here, this is going to trigger and I'm going to activate one of these traps and peek with it. Now when they push again after this thing is gone and this turret is gone, the alarm bot will trigger and now I can use this other one and again I peek. This time I can play either this corner or this corner where they push, and again by this point you've done so much damage because this grenade is so broken. You should be able to win the gunfights, or they're far back onto the corner and your teammates are not rotating to help you hold the site. That is it for this Killjoy setup guide. Now I know lots of you guys were subscribers because of my Omen highlights and gameplay, but I'm taking a liking to Killjoy and I might just main her. Don't be afraid, I'm still playing Omen and give you some spicy highlights, but I think I want to at least have 2 mains that I have 2 different game styles. Anyway, again, if you want to help this poor young boy out who isn't as successful as other Valorant YouTubers like Flex Ninja, Clickheads, or more pork, well, go ahead and click that subscribe button down below because it truly helps me out a lot. Lastly, I have switched my live Valorant content to YouTube streaming services, so yes, we are now streaming on YouTube. All you gotta do is click that notification bell so that you are aware when I am live, and come say hi, don't be shy, because Papa Ethics will help your day be better and pass on by. That is literally the dumbest thing I've ever said, but it is sticking in there and you're just gonna have to cringe and deal with it. See you and hope to see you in the chats. Come say hi. See ya.